Charlie.
Rights Crispy here in Florence County, South Carolina with Rogue Nation. Going into the Department of Health if we could find the entrance. I'm gonna go get some condoms, then come out.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. You wanna do that first?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi,
Hello.
what can I help you with?
Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
what can I help you with?
I need a bag of prophylactics, please.
You need a what?
A bag of prophylactics. Condoms.
Oh, okay. A new one on me.
You never heard?
Yeah, Marcus already put out a memo from Columbia about us being able to be wherever the general public's allowed. I'd be happy to show it to you if you don't remember. It's about 2 months ago Marcus put it out.
Who are you?
I'm a journalist.
Okay. If you'll wait right there, please.
Sure.
Okay, you wanted a bag?
Yes, please. I'll take them both. He doesn't need them.
No, I don't need them.
I do.
I can only give one.
Oh, do you need them?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Thanks. Hey, you can check me if you need to.
Sir?
Do you need to check me for?
No, sir. We don't do that anymore.
Oh, okay. It said that on the sign right there.
You just can't go any farther. I need to get you to step right back out there and she'll be right back with you.
Don't be silly. Come on. The difference between 1 foot.
It's a lot.
I'm gonna let you in on what we're doing. Okay. This is an audit. We're gonna make sure that you keep the patient privacy private. It's not on us. It's on you. Okay. Don't fail before we even get started.
Stand right there and I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Oh, come. You can stand outside and I'll get you.
I have it. What was it y'all said you were here for?
To
I need
conduct.
you to stand right back there till I finish screening you.
I'm not gonna stand on the dot, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I need you to stand. You
Now,
can't
you
come
guys-
in without me asking you these questions.
You need to. Yeah. Go ahead. Ask me the questions. That's what I asked you to do.
All right.
But I'm not gonna stand on the dot just because some random person just told us to. Okay.
He's not a rabbit.
Well, he needs to identify himself. What's your name, by the way?
That doesn't
You're
matter.
a public employee, and I'm asking you to identify yourself. Please do it.
As soon as I,
This is for
I speak-
posterity, for the record. Please tell me your name.
he wants to know my name. Am I supposed to give him my name?
Yes. It's for the record. Please don't fail before we even get started. Do you want to ask me the questions, and then I'll ask you?
She's my supervisor. I have to listen to her.
Okay. Well, you go ahead. Ask me the questions so we can carry on.
Are y'all experiencing any fever, chills, coughing, shortness of breath, fatigue, body aches, headache, lost taste of smell, sore throat, congestion, nausea, vomiting? Y'all have to answer.
No, I'm not.
Are
I
you,
do not.
Are you isolating or quarantining because you tested positive for COVID?
And who gave y'all permission?
No, man.
Are you fully vaccinated or recovering from COVID in the last 3 months?
All the DHEC.
Are you fully vaccinated or recovering
ma'am.
from Have you been in close physical contact with anybody in the last 14 days who tested positive for COVID?
Not that I know.
Are you waiting on results of a COVID test?
No.
Have you traveled overnight in the last 10 days?
No.
All right. You have to still stand there until she comes out and tells you to come in.
And filming?
Does that make you feel good?
That's what you're.
That's my job, sir, just like
Yeah,
you
no, no, with that attitude. Your attitude is the aroma of your heart. And if your attitude stinks, your heart needs work. What are we waiting on?
She's clearing, she's getting permission. I mean, we're doing this for your protection. I mean, we.
Excuse me.
No, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Being silly for my protection. That's rich. How long will we be detained from continuing our free movement in the public lobby?
Okay, this is the email from Marcus.
Yes, ma'am.
And it says areas where recording is not allowed includes patient and client waiting areas, testing and vaccine sites, and other areas where public does not usually have access unless escorted by authorized personnel.
Right, and it says where it is recorded is common lobbies. This is
A common lobby. That's not a patient waiting area right
It
there.
is a patient waiting
There's your
area.
common lobby.
Yeah.
Each area has its own lobby, but this is where patients wait as well.
Okay.
Okay, well,
All right,
if you could
well, on the
show
record.
us around to the common lobbies, that'll be fine.
If you'll give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want?
Yeah. Can't wait to see the common lobby.
So if you just give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm just eager because I think it's right there. I'm pretty sure that's the common lobby right there. Come on.
It is a common lobby.
Let-
but patients
even when I
wait
reduce
there.
it to the ridiculous, people don't let go of their ego and just accept. This is, come on, stop being silly. Can we go? Can we go? This is a common lobby. Can I make a public records request?
Let them talk. Don't
Yeah,
say
that's
nothing.
why I was,
Don't
that's
say
why I'm
nothing.
about.
What's your name, sir? You're directing people to deny me service, so please identify yourself for the record. All right. People do well and people fail for the same reason. It's the way they were raised.
Yeah, people talk too much too.
Yep.
That's how you was raised.
You just proved it.
Man, I ain't got time for you today.
Then get out of here. Go
You
back to
get
work.
out, You get out.
Go back to work.
What you doing?
I'm working. And you're stopping me from my job. Which is checking to see if you're doing your job correctly, and you're not.
Yeah, to keep you out. Oh, you can't get it. You can't come up in here.
Because I took 6 inches step to the right, you're going to be silly
It's supposed to
again?
be like
The
this.
silliness has to stop. Get your nephew to teach you how to work the Google machine on the interweb. Educate yourself on your rights. May I take one of these masks, please?
Sir, yes, sir.
I like that. Sir, yes, sir. It reminds me of my time in the Marine Corps. Let me help you out.
Thank you.
That kind of defeated the whole sanitation process that you just went through.
No, sir, it doesn't.
Oh, well, I just fell on the floor where my feet were standing.
Well, this is.
Well,
Alcohol.
yeah, I see you doing your best. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a step to get a shot of how you ripped them up and threw them away.
I only had the day of the
That's
month
it.
on them.
I know, that's good. You did the right thing. I'm documenting that.
It even says here that you're supposed to use your camera.
Yeah. You said you were here 2 months ago, right?
No, not to this place, the one up in Spartanburg.
Oh, okay.
Remember they pushed me out?
That's right.
Well,
That's
after,
right. I remember that one.
well, after that, the next day, Marcus sent out an
Okay,
email
come on,
to
let's
all
go.
the state
Don't put your hands on
police.
me. Good.
Let's go.
On my back!
We good? Thank
Can
you.
we see your ID, your press ID, or whatever you say, your journalist?
We don't usually give them out, but since you've been so kind to
And
me,
I
give
forgot
you
mine
that.
at home.
And then why are you?
He's
why
with
are
me.
you here?
He's with my company. Those are for you to keep.
I'm
Okay,
actually the
thank you.
editor-in-chief. Bang, Old Action News Group.
And why are you? Why are you here?
We do all government buildings, and what we're looking for is we're looking for corruption. We're looking for people that are violating citizens' rights. Now, we know HIPAA applies to the healthcare providers. So a lot of times when we come into a building like this, we get the excuse that we're not allowed to be in the lobby
Take your time.
because there's confidential information in HIPAA.
Can we continue
And
now,
that's-
please?
That's exactly what we're looking for, because in the public lobby, there should not be any confidential information.
Right.
No,
And
there should
HIPAA
not
training.
be, but we do have patients that sit in our lobby.
Sure.
So
But that's
you
not a
are
patient
not
waiting
able
area.
to film. Yeah, that is a part of our patient waiting area.
The
is our lobby.
But where is the public lobby?
Yeah, B.
Where's the common lobbies that Marcus?
See, we're falling in a
talked about
conundrum
on
in the
email to you
wordage
folks?
of Marcus's letter, the email.
Right over in this area.
This is a lobby.
Okay.
This is a lobby.
Let's go to the lobby if we're gonna be pedantic. That's a lobby too, ma'am. We all know it, but
This-
here we are. And what they're saying is the lobby is up until here. I am smiling. Let me, one more thing, ma'am.
get
Can I
this
just explain? In HIPAA training, is this man HIPAA trained? Everybody's HIPAA trained. You gotta flip over the folders. You gotta make sure there's a film on your screens that we can't see from a certain angle. You gotta tint something, whisper if somebody's in earshot. Remember all that? I'm not HIPAA trained, therefore the onus is not on me. It's not my responsibility. It's on you. My wife's a doctor. She's HIPAA trained. She has to do all that stuff. You have to do it. We have a civic duty to make sure you're doing that. Because our government dime, you're on the government dime right now. We have to make sure that it's working smoothly. It's usually not. And that's why we feel compelled to do this.
Right, we get excuses.
Does that dispel any fears?
So do you have what you need now?
That's a public lobby right there. We should be able to go there. But if you're
I
going to
mean, you're
restrict
here,
us,
you
we
say
have it
that.
documented.
You're in the lobby right now. So
Okay, but
As long as there's not any.
this gentleman and these people and you
Then
have
that's-
restricted our movement
that's
to move
fine.
any further.
walk down the
Thank
lobby.
you.
But you cannot.
That's what I was
film any
saying.
of those.
No, ma'am.
You capturing their picture outside the door would be exactly the same as capturing them inside the door.
We are not
You're
allowed
different?
to have our, yes.
How is that
We
different?
cannot
Does their
allow
face, like,
you,
change?
we do not,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
of
that
course,
makes no
their face
sense.
does not change.
Well, what kind of sense? is that?
Inside of the building, you are not allowed to film clients. Our clients.
What law is that?
That is our policy.
Oh, it's a policy.
Yes, it is.
Okay. so
Well,
it's
if
not
I,
a law.
let's say I could only speak Russian, I'd have to make my way all the way over here to see what I had to do. You know what I mean? Вы понимаю по-русски. Я не говорю по-американски. What do you do in that situation? You point them over here. So if I was a member of the public, which I am, who didn't speak English, which I do, you would direct me over there to the public lobby. All this stuff is on here for the public to view. I have to be able to show the people who are afraid to leave their home how to get services here, how to get prophylactics from this lady. It's only 1 bag per person, according. Do you have any hand sanitizer?
On the counter.
Oh, right there. Cool. See, stuff like that. I don't need it right now. I cleaned before I came in, but stuff like that is we check, and if you don't have it, the people who watch this who need to know that needs to be refilled. little things like that.
Yeah, we're not here to compromise people's
Yep.
personal information or to make trouble. We just want to make sure that everything's going the way it should be going.
Yeah, and if these stickers fall on the floor,
But I don't know if you
rip
guys
them up and throw them in the
realize
garbage like she
government's
did.
not very trustworthy. So
Learn?
it's impossible to trust somebody who's continuously robbing us. and
You said you didn't have time for us today, but you learned, right? It's good time spent.
lying.
Walk away with a different point of view. Be a big man.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Try it. Intimidation stare tactic.
Are y'all experiencing any fever, chills, cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, body aches, headache, loss of smell, sore throat, congestion, nausea, vomiting? Or you isolate or quarantine because you testified that the
Okay.
We're good, right?
or recovering from COVID in the last 3 months?
All right.
Just for the next guy, you know? The only power people have is your reaction.
Closest will contact anybody in the last 14 days who tested positive for COVID. Are you waiting on results of the COVID test? Have you traveled overnight last 10 days?
We think so, we're not absolutely sure. All right, thank you. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Was that a director or did you call the police? Because we'll wait for the police.
No, but I am gonna ask you to leave since we do have patients in here now.
Okay, I'm leaving
Okay.
under duress and against my will to conduct my civil right. You're denying me my civil right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to the back of the bus.
Okay.
People just violated my rights, told me to leave because I was recording from a public lobby. She just told me to leave. She told me to leave because patients were there. Oh, he's making his way out. This is going to be a long walk of shame.
Morning, gentlemen. Just to go ahead and let y'all know that law enforcement has been called. And
Sweet.
We know that y'all have been asked to leave or stop filming or anything like that because we have a policy on filming because we have patient information to deal with.
Вы понимаю по-русски.
Sorry?
Вы понимаю по-русски.
I don't speak Russian or any kind of Ukrainian.
He wants to know if that's a unisex cologne you're wearing.
Well, I can understand certain kinds of insults, which is what that is actually directed as.
Нет, нет. We like to party with
Well,
cologne.
I will enjoy just letting you know that you'll be dealing with law enforcement very soon.
Why?
Because we've asked you to leave. We've asked you to stop filming.
Ganyan pa ni Mayo.
Oh, you can speak English because you just said why. So
Yeah.
I prefer that you would interact with me in my language so I can help understand you, or he can translate.
Let him know that I speak less than I can understand. Tell him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't speak as much as he
I heard what he said.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He
you got
spoke that in English. I don't know if he realized when he said it. You don't
No,
need to
sometimes
repeat English.
it gets conjumbled because I got my headphones on.
Mark Hendricks.
Yep.
What do you do here, Mark?
Oh, you do speak English very well. I don't touch it. I don't understand.
Just
I
some
don't have
basic phrases. I could get a hotel and a meal in America.
Oh, and you can ask me about what I do.
Yeah. Just basic phrases, like I said.
You speak with no accent. That's very nice.
Ah, spasiba. That's thank you.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. So what
No,
would you
sure.
say you do here? Come
What
out
do I
and
do?
harass people on the sidewalk? Is that your job?
No, no.
Is that what you swore that oath for the 2nd Infantry Division? To violate people's civil rights? The first civil right, by the way? Freedom of the press?
Oh, do you have your press credentials with you?
Yeah, I
Oh,
gave
do
them
you
to her.
live in
I gave them to
Pyongyang,
them.
North Korea?
Can we see them?
I gave them to the ladies.
Just as much as
You know who
anything
issues
else.
those?
Who issues those?
That's what I'm
Nobody.
asking you.
The local government does.
The local
they
government at what agency? Please educate us for fun and for free. Tell us where we find a press pass issuer.
That's not my area of expertise.
If you were born here or if you became a citizen here, even if you're visiting here, you have your First Amendment right to freedom of the press. And if you have the means to disseminate, I'm learning English, so please.
Oh, you're doing very
Thank you.
well since
Thank
you said
you.
you understand.
Thank you, thank you.
Just so we know, this is a public sidewalk. Even if they did ask us to leave, we're no longer on their property.
I left once they did. And I told them it was under duress, and I told them I was going to the back of the bus.
Yeah, Marcus already sent out an email
Yeah, so-
2 months ago because 2 months ago I was up in Spartanburg and they pushed me, like literally physically pushed me out of the building.
Pending
Marcus
litigation.
sent an email the next day stating, don't mess with us unless we're in an area we're not supposed to be. The lady read the
Or
damn
unless you want to
email
open
right
yourself
there.
up to a civil lawsuit.
No, but this is a client
This is
area.
a, where are we
No,
right
no,
now?
no.
Where
I
are
was
we?
just talking about this being a client area.
Cool, we
Just
haven't
as
been
much
over
as
there.
you wouldn't want anybody from the press coming in when you are having the procedure performed.
My procedures are
understand?
performed somewhere private,
Yeah.
not where the public can sit on the sidewalk.
And I would hope the
listen.
press would expose anybody revealing my private information.
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly glad that
Okay.
you understand your rights, at least from the layman's
I'm
perspective.
certainly
Because
disappointed
I
that you don't.
I file my own civil rights lawsuit.
If you're an
so I
army
know
man,
very
are you
well.
a veteran of the army?
I sure am.
You swore that same oath I swore in the Marine Corps. It's
Well, I don't-
and there's
I
no
thought-
expiration
I thought you
date
were-
on
I
it,
thought you were
sir.
a Russian national
There's no
and didn't understand any kind of
it was a
English.
big
Are you
old
telling me
site.
that you were
Now
lying?
that we have moved on,
I can't deal with your misinformation. I'm sorry. The police will
okay?
deal with you.
All right, sure. You're dismissed. Long walk of shame. Oh, the ego brought him back.
Ego.
No. I recognize your tactics is what I'm saying.
You do, and
they
you
are-
still
they are-
fail.
No, they are basic.
Bait.
Basic.
Basic.
I'm baiting you, and
No,
you
no,
just
I
took the
didn't
bait,
say
hook,
bait.
line,
No,
and
no,
sinker.
His
I'm not
understanding
talking
of
about that. I'm
civil
talking
rights.
about your basic tactics.
All right, walk of
They're
shame.
They're very lowbrow.
Walk of
and so I
shame.
appreciate that.
That matches your understanding.
Yeah, because you
of civil
violated our rights. You come out and harass people on the sidewalk. That's proud work there, buddy.
Our lowbrow tactics match your lowbrow understanding of civil rights. And here comes the police.
Here comes the police. We haven't seen them yet today. We dealt with a sheriff's captain.
Yep.
Hopefully they got the bolo. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
Good, Corporal. Corporal Merchant.
Corporate merchant.
I'm
yes, sir.
Finn.
Nice to
Bang.
meet you, Finn.
Bolt Action News Group.
Okay, cool. How you gentlemen doing today?
Good. We've
Well,
already explained it to him like 15
I'm a little upset.
times.
Mark thinks that Russian Americans can't join the Marine Corps for some reason.
Well, I got nothing to do with that. All I came was just.
I'm not Russian American. Is your BWC running?
Yes, sir.
All right,
So,
thank you.
You see the light?
Thank you. And they're not victims, so nothing like that conversation could be redacted.
Okay, that's fine.
Right? Just for the record.
South Carolina doesn't really do open record requests, so anyway, you can't get anybody. Can't finish them.
Unless you get a lawyer, right?
Unless you get a lawyer. Yeah, you gotta subpoena it.
Oh, okay.
They're just asking you just don't go in, film inside, anything like that.
Well,
Yeah, that's a
the
violation of our
Department
rights.
Health, I don't know if she showed you the email. I was in the Department of Health up in Spartanburg 2 months ago,
Okay.
and the gentleman actually physically pushed me out of the building. So Marcus from the Department of Health in Columbia sent an email to all the health departments, and in that email it said that I'm allowed to go into the common lobbies. It says it right on her email. She read it to me, I showed it to her. She had no problem with me being in the common lobby. So that's perfectly fine. Also in the state of South Carolina, Hannibal per state, the trespassing statute doesn't apply to public property, only to public school. So they can't actually trespass you unless I'm doing something wrong, disturbing the peace, impeding business, disorderly conduct.
We were doing
and I know all
those.
the elements
We
of
have
those crimes.
documentation of it.
But again, yeah, we came in to do the lobby just to look around.
Speaking of which,
we
Prosecute,
were
where's your
done in the
BWC?
lobby.
It's not there.
It's charging. It was,
Oh, okay.
So we were
Had to
done
check.
there,
But it
and
wouldn't
that's
do
why when
anything
you
since
pulled up,
starting.
we were
Gotcha.
outside here on the public sidewalk,
Okay.
and we were filming here the testing center, which again I know is perfectly fine, and all that. So we tried to explain it to him. We told him, you know, there's nothing going on here.
Hey, Corporal.
There's nothing that you can do
Good.
because these are
Corporal Ussery?
part of our
Ussery?
rights.
And your
We can't
BWC's
restrict
activated?
our rights.
Your BWC's activated?
Oh, to people that may be coming in here, getting testing, things like
And
that.
we try to keep those kind of people off our stuff.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
And we got to
here-
check to make sure that they're keeping their information private. That's all of our duties,
Right,
civic
and-
duty as an American.
And here's the bottom
If your
line.
grandma goes in there-
the government can't restrict my rights in order to enforce their obligations. Okay, they're obligated to keep patients' privacy.
We were recording inside there in the
They
public
can't
lobbies
restrict my
where,
rights
where we're allowed to get information that's up on the walls for the public to see. And they unlawfully trespassed us and called you guys
Why don't
to
you
put
just
us in a
ban
cage
guns then? Wouldn't that make the public
as if we were
safer?
criminals.
It doesn't work like that.
And like I
When
said,
somebody,
there's an email coming
when
from
somebody
the
wants to
state,
do a
the
trespassing on
headquarters,
some,
to telling them specifically, because I was actually physically.
when somebody wants to do a
doing it.
trespassing
I
on
was
somebody on
actually
a property or
physically
whatever,
pushed.
whenever we come in, it's okay. You need to advise them.
A trespass warning, not criminal trespass after warning.
Yeah, it's a warning.
But you can't
Now-
trespass
now
someone
if-
from public property unless they've committed a crime.
Especially in the
It's-
state of South
well,
Carolina,
that's that-
state versus Hannibal.
Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not arguing with you on any of that part of it.
Yeah, no, we can't, we can't.
I'm just explaining how it normally goes whenever we come out. It's not automatic. You're going to jail.
Right.
I don't know how it was wherever you've been, but
I just like to get that, out of the way because I have run into 3 hotheads in 3 different states in
Well,
one
not
year. No, Florida, Georgia, and Alabama.
okay, yeah. Corporal Merchant. What were they wanting?
they just asked that they wouldn't go inside, videotape people actually going there and getting tests, their COVID tests and things like that, because it does kind of hurt. Maybe some people don't want to get up on whatever YouTube channel or anything you have.
Yeah, maybe some people don't like my shirt, and you're gonna keep me out of there because of my shirt. It's the law. We're law enforcement, not feelings enforcement. And that's why I wanted to point out, because we'll make this video and your command staff will see what needs to be done, what corrections need to be made to the behavior. You guys are flying colors right now. If you let us go back and exercise our rights, you're not going to arrest me if I go back in there, right? It's not criminal trespass after warning because it's an unlawful trespass,
I
right?
just told you can't trespass a public property in the
Right.
state of South Carolina. I mean,
So-
they can do whatever they want.
Right.
It'll get dismissed and it'll be a lawsuit. Because we've allowed them to know that it's a First Amendment right, they would lose qualified immunity.
So if you want to soften the blow for them, go in there before me. I'll let you do that before. Well, not let you. I mean, you're the boss, applesauce, right now. So,
But I'm actually done. I don't mind if my partner goes back in there. I don't think he's done because he was doing the
Yeah.
majority of the talking. But I got to look around and see the public information that I wanted to see.
and
so,
she asked me to leave,
so-
and I put her on notice that it's against my civil rights. So I kind of have to go back in now. You know,
to let them know that you wasn't ran off.
right? And it's a victory lap. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Corporal Officer is going in there just to kind of speak with her,
right on.
her side of the story.
And I,
Yeah, I told the lady one of her things was the patient, having patients on camera. And I told her, I said, logically, I said, if I could stand out here and record the patients going into the building, it'd be no different than me going in the building and recording the patients. They're the same patients.
what if they treat her? If she doesn't have a camera, what if they treat her the same way they treated me? They tell her, no, you can't be in here for your red shirt.
Oh yeah.
You know,
There's a lot of government offices
it's
that-
my right to
that
be in
have
there with a
bad
camera
reviews
without one. You know.
for citizens.
Like I said, I was
So
looking at it.
now I'm watching with my camera if they treat somebody like that.
Let me focus.
Somebody. And then I think in Miami, some hospital workers made $1.5 million selling fake vaccination cards. Yep.
As soon as that popped up with a vaccination card, I told my wife, I said, you know what? I said, the people that make fake IDs, they're going to start making fake vaccination cards.
Yep.
You can believe it.
Point is, we don't know unless we look, and we got to go look. Okay? You agreed?
Let's see what he got to say.
All right.
Just kind of explained everything, and they just had a couple questions about what the public area, public conveyance, and as far as what can be done or anything like that, or if you have the right to come in and film folks that work here as a public servant. And I explained everything to them so they understand.
Cool.
And very intrigued by it, so they were.
So we're going back in.
Yeah, that's part of, like I said, I'm done inside, but you're more.
All right,
welcome
I'll be
to
right
go
back.
inside. I'll finish
Thank
up
you.
with gentlemen.
And again, I mean nobody any harm.
Yeah, part of the reason why we did this is because
Hey there. I'm good. I already got checked. Got checked. Family meal time. You all have a vending machine?
It's upstairs.
Oh, may I go there, please?
No,
Is that in a restricted area now?
it is.
Okay,
It's
'cause-
coded. To get up top, you have to have a code. to get
Okay.
up there, but-
All right.
Did you need something if I might have?
I
it
wanted to
down
see
here?
what kind of food is being sold at the health department in the vending machine, like I do at every health department I go to.
We don't have a vending machine in
Okay.
the health department. This is the health department.
Got you.
Upstairs.
That's
is
like
the
a private
regional
lounge or
office.
something? Okay,
Mhm.
no problem. Do you have Cheetos? And are they baked or fried?
We don't have a vending machine.
Okay.
here.
Oh,
In the
I
health
meant in the one upstairs.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, pretty uninteresting stuff here. District Office Environmental Quality Control. So if I wanted to go to the District Office Quality Control, Environmental Quality Control,
I really don't know.
okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Bye now.
So, all right, you good?
It's a wrap.
All right, gentlemen. Yeah, you guys have been great.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Do you have any hand sanitizer?
I don't
Cool.
have any. Oh, you gonna get some hand sand? Okay.
I always check this too. This is a mini audit. You guys have a first aid kit, right?
Yes, sir.
If I got a cut on my finger, you got a Band-Aid for the citizenry, right?
Yes, sir.
I knew it. Thank you, sir. God will pay you back for that.
I appreciate you, sir.
Sorry, Charlie.